Namaste. Always remember, it is your intensity that enables you to attain success in life. No matter whether it is materialistic or spiritual, no matter what the path is, everything comes down to that one point, how intense you are. And in this podcast, I have talked on Tikshna Nakshratras. Teekshna means intense. Kabir says that if you want to become my disciple, then you should have that intense longing for God. And so in this podcast, along with the insights on Teekshna Nakshatra, I have also shared a beautiful story of Baba Farid. So let's begin. Teekshna means intense. In life, it is only your intensity that can help you to succeed. Natives born with moon, sun or ascendant in Tikshna Nakshatra are very intense. If moon is in Tikshna Nakshatra, you tend to think very deeply on a certain matter or subject. If sun is in Tikshna Nakshatra, then you have a very intense character. And if you have your ascendant in Tikshna Nakshatra, then you appear very intense. Your whole personality looks that of an intense person who can die for a certain cause or who can go to the extremes to attain his goals. Ashlesha, Mula, Jeshta and Adra are known as Tikshna Nakshatras. Ashlesha brings intensity in the matters of learning, teaching, applying logic and in all kinds of intellectual pursuits. Mula brings intensity in going to the root of the matter and understanding the beyond, the higher philosophies and the ultimate truth. Jeshta is very intense when it comes to understanding the deeper, the mysterious aspects of human life. It is very intense in its research activities. In fact, Jeshta is an expert researcher who does his research with great intensity. And then comes Adra. Adra is so intense that it is willing to walk on a path filled with thorns. It will go through all kinds of pains and sufferings just to achieve the higher goal of his life. Deep penance is very much possible for Adra natives because to do penance, one should have the intense devotion, the intense longing to seek God, the divine. So all these four wonderful nakshatras, Ashlesha, Mula, Jeshta and Adra are known for their intensity. They are the Tikshna Nakshatras of our galaxy. Whenever a planet is in Tikshna Nakshatra, it will give intense results during its Mahadasha period. Also, the qualities of the planet in Tikshna Nakshatra are sharpened and the person may exhibit a certain talent connected to that planet placed in Tikshna Nakshatra. And such a talent is mind-blowing and makes you feel wow. Tikshna Nakshatra is like a sharpener. You all must have used a sharpener and you all are aware that the pencil becomes pointed only when you sharpen it by using a sharpener. And the more you use a sharpener, the more the pencil goes on becoming smaller. This is because every time you sharpen the pencil, a part of the pencil is gone. The pencil goes on reducing in size, and a day comes when the whole pencil has been consumed and now there is no pencil left. The stage of Shunya, zero, has arrived. You see, this is how Tikshna Nakshatra goes on sharpening you, making you more intense in your mission, that one day you remain no more separate from the divine, you become one. Oneness is experienced, non-duality is experienced, Advait is experienced, and that is how you attain Buddhahood. And maybe that is why it is said that Gautam Buddha was also born with Ashlesha rising on his ascendant. Teekshna Nakshatra is therefore instrumental in helping you attain spiritual enlightenment, especially if your past life journeys have been on the path towards salvation. Ashlesha, Mula, Jeshta and Adra are therefore the favorite nakshatras of the master, because these nakshatras has the intensity, and without intensity you cannot achieve anything in life, not even God. Sant Kabir always looked for intensity. Baba Farid, a great Sufi saint, always was in search of men who are intense. That reminds me of a beautiful story. There was a man and he wanted to know how God is, where God is, and so one fine day he sets on his search to find the answer. After a long travel, he finally reached a village, a small village, and the people of the village said, "There is a great fakir, a Sufi saint in our village, and his name is Baba Farid. We cannot answer your question, but that man can. But be careful, because he is a great mystic, and mystics are very eccentric people. So just be careful, else he will drive you away and you will not find your answer." The man was happy to know that finally he had come to the right destination. And he had heard about Baba Farid. He was indeed one of the greatest Sufi saints, and the very thought of meeting him made him feel excited. The next morning, the man goes to Baba Farid. Baba Farid was seated beneath a tree in his own bliss, and the man asked, "I have heard that you have come to know God. I have come from far away land. Tell me what God is and how God can be known." Baba Farid said, "Right now I am going to the river to take my morning bath. Come along, and if possible, I can answer you there." The man wondered that why Baba cannot answer here itself. Why at the river bank? Why not here? But then he thought it is better to follow Baba, else, as the villagers said, he may just drive me away. And so the man followed Baba to the river bank. When they reached, Baba said, "You throw off your clothes, become naked, and join me in the river. Perhaps I can answer you then." The man thought, this is going too far. How can I become naked? But then there was nobody around the river, so he agreed. He took off his clothes, became naked, and jumped in the river. Baba also jumped, and then Baba pushed the man's head into the water. The man started struggling, but he was a thin man, must be a philosopher, never paid attention to his body. And so he was struggling, and Baba kept the man's head inside the water, not letting the man's head to come out of the water. The man struggled, put all his efforts. Baba was a very strong man, and so it was becoming very difficult to fight off. The man passionately tried his best to lift his head out of water. Finally, he succeeded. As soon as he was able to lift his head out of water, he looked at Baba and said, "What is this craziness? I was utterly wrong to follow a man like you." Baba smiled and said, "You forget about all that. You tell me, what were you thinking when your head was pushed in the water?" The man said, "Thinking? There was no time to think. I just was focused totally on how to come out. Total focus, total effort to come out of water." Baba said, "When you desire God so intensely, you will know God, not before that. Now you go." Always remember, techniques and philosophies and methods won't help you to realize God. It is your passion, it is your intensity that can help you realize God and all the precious things in life that you wish to experience. It is necessary to remind yourself that God is not a philosophical theory. It is an experience of intense passion. Kabir says, when the guest is being searched for, it is intensity of the longing for the guest that does all the work. Nothing else is needed, no method, no technique. If the intensity is great, then that will do the work. All methods only help your intensity. They don't really help you to go to God. They only make you more and more and more aflame. Tikshna Nakshratras, Ashlesha, Mula, Jeshta, and Adra are the nakshatras that make you more and more aflame. Because once you are fired up, then the intensity within you will do the work. The intense longing for God experience will do the work, and one day you will be standing face to face with God, with your Guru, and then there will be no looking back. The road will be clear, and you will be ready to walk. So if you are born with moon, sun or ascendant in Tikshna Nakshatra, then let the intensity within you find the right path, the path of love, the path of devotion, the Bhakti Marg. When you chant, chant with intense love and devotion. When you meditate, meditate with intense love and devotion. Remember, no technique can help you, because God is not seeking good techniques. God is seeking a good heart. And if your heart is beating with intense love for God, then God will come. The Guru will come in search of you. Then you have to go nowhere else. Your intense love will drive the Master, the Guru, towards you. Love to all my close followers. Stay blessed and remember to meditate and chant every day with intense love and devotion. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.